The NFL and team owners are meeting today to potentially vote on a significant rule, the change that would allow private equity firms to invest in franchises. Joining us now, Abe Madkour, Sports Business Journal Executive Director. This seems like it would just make it more attractive for these. And then betting, we were just talking about, I couldn't bet on Little League.
No.
I'm not allowed to do that on World Series.
Degenerate.
No, $5, but I wanted to bet on Southeast Florida. But both of these things, the future is so bright for franchises.
Well, Joe, these franchise values have become so increasingly high that they need some liquidity and they need more and more dollars at the table. We're anticipating a vote today by NFL owners. Not sure, but this committee's been working on this for almost a year. So the league would be the last one to take private equity money. Been very deliberate about it, but a lot of teams need this revenue as they think about big projects.
What's the downside? Why have they been opposed?
The downside, I think the conflicts of interest, some things have come up where I've heard potential conflicts of interest. They're still trying to figure out, Becky, how many funds could invest in how many teams. They're still thinking about a 10% cap. So I don't think there's more downside. I think there's just more that they're just being deliberate and thoughtful. These organizations have stayed in families for so long. And so to take this type of private equity investment is a big step for the league.
So it's a liquidity thing more than anything else, you're saying?
I think it's a mix between that and also there are a number of facility projects on the books. And these teams are building multi-use, mixed-use developments. And those are the way of the future in terms of these facility development.
Foxborough or something.
A Foxborough, and you're going to see that in Nashville with the Tennessee facility. You're going to see that around any new Commanders facility. You're going to see that around the new Bills facility. And so, Joe, they need that liquidity.
How would they, heretofore, how would you do it?
Well,
much more difficult.
It would, that's why you don't see a lot of them, but you're starting to see them more and more.
And they're good. It's something we should want. So.
Yeah, it aggregates audiences to a facility for longer periods of time.
Is the NFL worried about losing the NFL makes the decisions on all of these things. If you have somebody who has a conflict of interest because they want to see somebody else be able to come to the stadium, is that the concern?
I think that those are some underlying issues, of course. The NFL is the NFL. They're the biggest in town. So it should be an exciting day today for the league.
So who decides whether it happens or not?
The owners will vote today.
Will Goodell tell them to vote a certain way or something?
The commissioner will set the table, but the owners are the ones who are voting, Joe. And I think that most of the owners are interested in taking this money. I think you could see some deals by the end of the year, too, Joe, if this does get approved. Like I mentioned, Buffalo potentially, Philadelphia, the Raiders in Las Vegas.
So does it... is it going to add to the value of the franchises? I don't see how it couldn't.
Right. It will add to the franchise value.
But it also lets people get out, too, though.
They're going to argue that it adds to the fan experience because they'll be able to use this investment to enhance the fan experience or enhance venues. I mean, it's going to be, they think, something that's going to drive the value of their operation.
You could never see... like an activist say this team has sucked for so long. No. I'm going to come in and there are certain owners you might want to get rid of. I guess. Could that happen?
That's why I think one of the things they're talking about is this cap of being very passive, very quiet, 10%, no say in any type of spending, no say in operations, no say in player personnel, who your coach will be.
Slippery slope, though, isn't it?
It is. But
once they did 10, could it go up later? They could change that.
Other leagues have 30%, right? NHL, MLB. NBA, that's 30%, but we haven't seen any.
Basically, private equity is just getting in on this because it's a good lottery ticket because the values are going up and it's a prestige kind of fun thing to own a team.
It's very sexy. Sports is sexy.
Do you write about gaming in each state? Because it's still taking too long. There's times when I'll go anyway on vacation, but I wish that it was everywhere that I could.
Yes, there's still some states that it still has.
There's a lot. Is it even 50% have it?
Oh, no, they're over 50%.
It is?
Yeah. So, I think it's gone as well as they would have hoped, Joe, in terms of this PASPA being overturned and then, sports betting in the states. The concern is that you'd see more ethical integrity issues. You've seen it in some sports, but not in terms of a total peril in terms of the future of sports betting.
Okay, because there's no doubt in my mind that it has enhanced the value of all sports.
And most would agree with that. They think it's led to higher viewership numbers, higher ratings, more interest, more engagement.
There's absolutely no doubt because I'm a lot of things I didn't used to watch. I really look forward to America watching now, and I know I'm not alone. And I'm not a degenerate.
I was going to say it again.
These are $5 bets. These are $5 bets. I've been taking money out for the past year and a half.
So you're a very
even, huh?
You have a huge amount of self-control as a degenerate.
Sounds it.
As a degenerate, I have a lot of self. I hate going down. I understand. Yeah, I would be the same way. You would.
If I was a degenerate.
I bet 10. I don't only bet 5. My wife says it's embarrassing when I tell people that. I bet 10 sometimes.